That's what we do. We fight. We're warriors. We get knocked down, we get back up. We get knocked down, we get back up. I don't want to say that it's easy. It's not. Warriors Live On came about when actually I was dealing with my own PTSD. There was a period of my life about 2 years ago when I could no longer work anymore because of my own combat trauma and combat stress. I was in Iraq in 2006 and got out of the Air Force in 2007 and had no idea that I had PTSD, none at all. And started working as a therapist, working with combat vets that had come back from Iraq and Afghanistan. It awakened me to the idea that I had some things that I had to deal with. They were hidden for a long time. I had no idea, even being a therapist. I didn't know why I didn't feel like being social anymore. I didn't know why I was having nightmares, why I was losing weight, not eating. I didn't know why I couldn't function anymore. And so it finally dawned on me that I had combat PTSD that was unresolved. It was nearly 3 years after I was in combat, and realized that I needed to get out of the job that I was working because I was unable to function at this point. So I ended up taking off to get some help with some friends of mine. And started to work on my PTSD. I actually went to Vermont and to upstate New York. I had some real big moments of healing while I was there. And with the people that I was healing with, we wanted to start, it was so amazing that it was, how do we recreate this? Because when somebody feels like they want to die because they're miserable, you want to do anything to help. And that's how Warriors Live On started to come about. My traumatic event in combat was being mortared several times a day while in Iraq. Horrifying, yes. You don't know if it's going to land on your head. Is it something I can control? No. I don't know where those things are going to drop. I don't know how they're going to fall on the ground and what the trajectory of the object is going to look like, what that shrapnel is going to look like as it spews out. I don't know. So those two things combined create a traumatic incident. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is the invisible wound. I think it's as significant a pain as losing a limb, losing something physical. But this is the invisible wound. It's the emotional distress that comes after something traumatic happens that doesn't make sense, that you can't place. It doesn't fit within your realm of understanding, this event. It's an event that, a traumatic incident is something that's defined by something terrorizing, horrifying, that you have no control to change. First thing I want to do as a combat vet is compare my story to the next. Well, I didn't have to shoot at anybody. I wasn't being directly shot at. I wasn't in a hand-to-hand combat fight. And so it's really easy to disregard your experience. Your mind says, shut up. Push it down, don't pay attention, you got a job to do, you're tough, keep pressing. I don't want to look weak. You know, the weakness is not addressing what's going on here. That's the hardest thing to do, and that's why we cope by taking ourselves out of it. But our mind's saying, don't pay attention to that because it hurts. The hope is this. I didn't know if PTSD was something that can be healed. I believe in my heart, and I believe in Warriors Live On's ability to help people walk this journey and walk this path to healing. And the thing is we're always healing. We're always healing. We're always going to be working towards coming to terms with things that have happened in our past, but we don't need to live in it. We don't need to re-experience trauma that's happened in our life day after day after day. And I don't think people get that message enough. I don't think people hear enough that, you know what, PTSD is not a permanent condition. It is not permanent. And that's the hope. That's what we do. We fight. We're warriors. We get knocked down, we get back up. We get knocked down, we get back up.